Hello, my friends. Good morning. Down in my second cottage, down where I do some reading, some meditating. Again, trying to slow it down. Sometimes we don't realize how fast we're going. Sometimes we don't realize how far out in the future we are. Sometimes we don't realize how much planning we're always doing. Always trying to achieve something. And we forgot about right now, forgot about being patient, forgot about being present, forgot about being still, forgot about being quiet. So if you are revved up, if you are too aggressive, if you are too much into the future, well, then how do you kind of slow that down? Well, you have to practice it. There's a technique behind everything, right? So you have to have a technique to practice slowing down. Well, easy things. What about just reading? What about just listening to your breath and listening to nature? What about walking, but feeling your feet every step, anticipating your foot hitting the ground? So again, we get into patterns, we get stuck in our ways, we get stuck in mindsets, but we don't realize it. It's like someone coming up and telling you something about yourself that you didn't realize until you kind of put your finger on it and goes, all right, that person was right. Wow, I didn't notice that in myself, because you're so ingrained in the way you're going. You're so ingrained in your projection of what you want in the future that you're forgetting about how to slow down. So I have to practice slowing down right now. Before, it was a little bit easier for me, but in these last 3 years, it's just been so wide open, and now having this place out here, it has been even more. It's almost like if I didn't have this happen to my neck, I don't know, excuse me, what my future would be, because I would have probably just ran myself to the ground. So saying that, I have to practice. Hey, Ryan, slow down. Hey, feel your feet. Hey, let's read a little bit more. Hey, how about we put a little bit more meditation in our day, so then we start to learn to practice slowing it down. So again, most people are telling you what to do. There's few people giving you techniques of how to do it. So another thing came to my mind while I was kind of sitting here was, has anything ever happened in threes in your life where kind of like, hey, I got to start kind of paying attention, okay? So the reason I'm saying that is in 2013, I broke my back. I've told that story before. Felt like somebody pulled me off my bike. Talked to Larry Brooks 4 years later, and he said the same thing. He saw the crash, looked like someone pulled you off your bike. But I didn't have a bump, a scratch, a bruise anywhere on my body except, a bunch of broken vertebrae. Then about 2000, I don't know, 17, 18, whatever, 19, I compounded my femur. Again, something stupid. It felt like something just pulled me off my bike, like pulled my hand off my bike. And I landed, didn't have a bump, a scratch, a bruise on my body, but I had a compounded femur. So again, this last crash that I had that I'm dealing with now, it felt like, when I go back and really try to replay what happened in that crash, it almost felt like, I don't know, it's like something gassed the bike into the hay bale. I don't know, but again, I landed on the ground. My neck got dislocated, so there was like a zap that kind of like turned me off for a second, but then it came back. So I don't really know how I landed. I didn't knock myself out, but I don't know how I landed. But again, at the hospital, not a bump, a bruise, or a scratch on my body except this. So things have happened in threes. So maybe that third time is like, hey, bud, wake up a little bit. But just things that I try to understand about what happens. Why are these things happening? What are the lessons? Why have I put myself in this position without maybe understanding it? And how can I make my future and myself a little bit more kind of even keel, instead of having these ups and downs so much. So that's what I'm practicing now, my friends, is a little bit slowing down. I didn't realize how in high gear I was. I didn't realize how wide open I was. I didn't realize how in the future I was. I didn't realize how I couldn't just sit still anymore. Didn't realize it until this injury happened. And now I see the icing, or the layer on the cake of, we need you to slow down. Because if you can slow down, then you can share more. But if you're always in the future, if you're always in high gear, well, then how can you share? You get what I'm saying? That means your gas tank is always going low. It's always going low. We're always having to fill it up. Well, if you slow down, then you can keep that gas tank full. If it's full, then you have more gas to give to your buddies, right? So anyways, just talking to you guys, just sitting down here, going to try to use my voice a little bit more than my body, because this warrior's body's is done. The sword has been broken, so it's time to use the mind a little bit more. And so hopefully I can share with you guys more, entertain with you guys, and I'm hoping to bring a podcast out to be able to talk to more people and, kind of express my views, express my ways, and express my experiences that will hopefully help people, and then share with them my grounds, the property that I have, and my idea of how to bring people here and to heal them. Because I feel like I'm a master healer, not with any equipment, but just with a lifestyle, a way, and an approach. Okay, so I think I'm a master of healing the body through nature, through your own instinct, through your own tuition, and through your own way of moving and what your injury will allow. Not any machines or gimmicks or voodoo doo-doo shit like that, but just ingrained, functional movement, functional ideas to make yourself heal. So that's another thing I want to share with you guys. So again, hope everybody has a great day. See that sun there? Smiling? Hope everybody's smiling. Peace.